Each afternoon, real setups are broken down with entry strategies and the technical reasoning behind every trade. This is today's best trade setups with verified investing.
Welcome to today's best trade setups. My name is Benjamin Poole, head trader here at verifiedinvesting.com. The S&P 500, the SOXX, a lot of semiconductors as well as memory stocks are heading higher while the USO continues to creep down. Now, we did get a little bit of a bounce, but it still hasn't filled the gap that I'm looking at for a long position on the USO. Let's jump right into the charts, the S&P 500. So here's the SPY. You got a pivot top here. Secondary hit, third hit, a little bit of a kiss, but here's a fourth hit. Now, upsloping trend line, because it's such a long-term upsloping trend line, here is your resistance level. So if we jump up a little bit more and get up to $759.69, not only would it fill this gap right here, but it'd be also another hit of this upsloping trend line. So this is a level that I'd be looking at shorting the SPY today. Now, the SPX is going to look pretty similar to the S&P 500 or the SPY. So that's why I've got the SPY on the charts. Plus, it's tradable for us. So let's jump into the SOXX. Look at this big gap up today. I had mentioned here's this upsloping trend line that we have to monitor because this is what's keeping price action elevated. Pivot low here, secondary hit, kind of a kiss here, but here was the third hit, finally closed below. But this upsloping trend line was still intact. Now we had this huge surge to the upside, and we're actually putting in a nice green bar candle today. My shortable level yesterday was a 600, or on Friday was 602.72. Kissed that level, got a little bit of a pullback. This morning, though, shot right above that and actually filled this this gap right here a little bit lower at $614.95. I was mentioning this could be your shortable level on a daily closing basis, or excuse me, once it gets up to this level, knowing that if it does close it below this, closes above this pivot top right here at $618.84, that would be your stop out. Every once in a while, you'll have these nice reversal candles that get taken out, and that's what we have to keep our eyes on. What happens with the price action? Again, if we're gapping up, that means the uptrend is still intact. Here's the downsloping or upsloping trend line that we're still technically monitoring. What we'd like to see is price action to come back and retest this upsloping trend line again. If it can do that, then we're starting to get a little bit weaker and weaker on the SOXX, and that could facilitate a further move to the downside. But again, right now, SOXX, the uptrend is still currently intact. Here's a chart of USO. Had this huge drop. $140.92 was the max upside after a break of this upsloping trend line. Now, all of a sudden, we're having this huge drop in this chart. $116.04 is this gap right here that I'm eyeing for a potential swing trade on USO, knowing that if it does start closing below this gap in the charts on a daily closing basis, I would look to stop out. Not only is this a day trade, but this is, a swing trade, but this is also a day trade. So if we can get another fall, this is the level that I would play USO for a long trade. Now let's go into Microsoft. Microsoft had this huge pull drawdown the last few days. Look at how overextended to the downside. Finally, a chart that's actually doing a pretty good job of respecting oversold conditions. Got a nice bounce at 384.24. Briefly got above $400 or attack the $400 level. This is your resistance level, 403.03. If we can get above this, then all of a sudden Microsoft has another push to the upside. So that means for me today, if we can push up to 403.03, I'm interested in a short on Microsoft just for a day trade and to see what price action does. If we can get price consolidating right underneath it, then we have legs on Microsoft and we can head up to 413.58. On the downside, now that we've already gotten a bounce off of 384.24, here's this long-term downsloping trend line, as well as a ton of price consolidation right in this area. If we can get another drawdown, $366.82 is my swing trade long on Microsoft. SanDisk, huge push up. We did start to see a little bit of selling pressure going into the morning session. Got a bid right off of this high pivot point, which was the closing price. And I was mentioning yesterday or on Friday that $2,005 was your entry price for a potential swing. If you were looking to swing trade this, every 10% higher is where you would add to the position. But because of the continued momentum, I'm no longer recommending shorting SanDisk. I am done trading this thing as far as a swing trade, even though, again, it is way overextended and it is due for a pullback. The bullishness in SanDisk is just unreal. Eventually, they will be put in a topping tail. And if a topping tail gets put in, not just upsloping trend lines, but a topping tail or an engulfing reversal candle, then I'll go back to looking at this for a swing trade short. Now, if you're already in it, my stop out was any daily closing basis above that upsloping trend line that we had. And if you didn't see that, go back to Friday's session so that way you can see what that upsloping trend line was. But right now, it looks like the bullish momentum is still up in this thing. And so I'm going to stay away from SanDisk for a longer term short play. Now, if we start breaking below this high pivot point, $2,022.60. If we can put in some sort of a topping tail, although it wouldn't be a topping tail today, could be putting in a little bit of a doji candle or hammer candle or whatever on SanDisk, that could signal that now more of the top is in. But again, this is not something that I would be looking to short long term until, again, we get some sort of a reversal candle. NVIDIA has this nice push to the upside. I was really hoping NVIDIA would fall a little bit more. Got this beautiful gap right here in the charts at $196.50. That was the level that I would have been interested in going long for not only a day trade, but a swing trade. Now we've already gapped above this potential short play that I had on Friday. So my next level of resistance is going to be right here where we're currently at. This is a previous resistance level, which was a gap in the charts. But again, because we've already made a nice bounce and we're still beaten up, I would be looking today to get into a day trade at this gap right here. That's a little bit higher. So if we get up to $218.66, that is where I'd be looking to short NVIDIA. If for some reason we get a fall on NVIDIA, you're looking at this gap at 205.29, and I would love to play NVIDIA for a long play for a day trade if it can get down into that level and fill that gap. SMCI doing some bearish consolidation right at the lower end of this red bar candle. So I do anticipate a further fall to the downside, $27.83. That is the first level I'd be looking at for a potential day trade. And that would be a great entry for a swing trade. Meta had this nice bid to the upside. Another stock that never got down to my level, $549.98 was the level I was looking at. We had this nice green bar candle, almost a bottoming tail. And then we had a secondary candle that closed just below the Wednesday close. Thursday closed a little bit lower. However, today we had a nice surge to the upside. Sorry, that was Friday's close. Nice surge to the upside. What I'm looking at for an upside move to Meta is this downsloping trend line. Pivot top here, secondary hit, third hit. So if we can get back above these low pivots right in this area, then all of a sudden this downsloping trend line is your next upside target. AVGO is having a decent move today. Not a huge move to the upside yet. If we get up a little bit higher and we can fill this gap right here at $418, that is where I'd like to short in our AVGO on a day trade today, but that would be a considerable push to the upside. Tesla is having a good day today as well. Had a little bit of a sell after they got close to this pivot top right here. What I'm eyeing for a short trade, pivot low here, secondary hit, third hit, fourth hit. Look at how weak this upsloping trend line became. And this is what I'm looking at for the SOXX as well. The more often support levels are hammered on, the weaker they get. And so now that we've already broken below this with a continuation move right here on the 10th of June, a short level would be a retrace of this upsloping trend line, especially if we can get it right here at this gap in the charts at $435.51. And that's a day trade and a potential swing trade on Tesla. MU is having another beautiful day today. Man, this thing just won't die. So here's the stock. Here's this nice gap in the charts. As you can see, we put in this nice hammer candle, hangman candle, whatever you want to call it. After that, look at the drop on this thing. Huge move to the downside, got down as low as 20%, 200-point move on MU. So there are a lot of people who are still stuck in this trade right here that got into this thing. So if we do get up to $1,079.57, This is my day trade short level. And this starts the swing trade short level as well, knowing that if it does close above 1,089.29 on a daily closing basis, you could exit the trade. Now let's take a look at ARM real quick, see what it's doing. It's pushing a nice, making a nice push to the upside. Not a whole lot to really write about. First gap in the charts is $11.85. That's the level that I would be interested in shorting it. AMD, let's take a look at that. Made all-time highs today. If we could push up past $560 today on AMD, that would be the level that I would look to short this thing. If we put in a topping tail today, this could signal that the top is in for AMD. Right now, we're still quite a ways away from a topping tail. So this is just another bullish momentum stock on the chart of AMD. You notice that ARM and AMD are getting bids to the upside. NVIDIA is getting small bids, but they're not. It's not moving like AMD. So there's a lot of money rotation out of the bigger names into these smaller names for more potential upside. All right. So that's what I have for you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Let's see if some of these can push up into our levels, or on USO, we can pull down into some key support levels so we can get a couple trades going on in the afternoon. So that's what I have for you guys. Please make sure you're following, liking, subscribing, and ringing that bell so you can get notified when these videos go live. And we'll see you guys next time on the charts. You guys have a great rest of your day. Take care.